You're listening to the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie D and Nicole, presented by Quality Content Puzzles. On this episode, GEICO is ordered to pay a woman $5.2 million in damages after she contracted an STD in her ex-boyfriend's car. And we discuss whether it's okay for big companies to cash in on Juneteenth and Pride Month. Now, the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie D and Nicole. What's up, everybody?
Hola.
I'm Eddie.
I'm Nicole.
You're watching the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie D and Nicole. We are presented by Quality Content, and we are sponsored by 4 Point Puzzles, RVO Wellness, Better Co., and the Very Good Puzzle Company. We have an exciting show for you tonight. If you haven't been paying attention to the news in the past week, we're going to be talking about a woman who has been awarded a $5.2 million settlement to be paid out by GEICO for contracting an STD in a car. And we're also going to be talking about celebrating holidays, and apparently it's not good for companies to cash in on said holidays, but we'll talk about that more in a little bit. What story do you want to take on first?
We're going to start with the holidays.
Oh, we're going to start with the holidays, okay.
Yeah, because you're ready to go in.
Oh, well, let's go. Yeah.
Court cases, so we're going to do that.
Oh, okay.
I think we can kind of get,
No, let's go.
No?
We here now, let's go.
Okay, I think court case is going to be a good, hopefully a good ending.
Sure.
You're gonna muck that up in a good way.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right, so we are going to start with it's actually two stories, but we're gonna kind of combine them. So Walmart apologizes for Juneteenth ice cream flavor after backlash. Walmart is apologizing for a new flavor of the retailer's branded ice cream called Juneteenth, which is sparking criticism that the company is trying to cash in on the holiday commemorating the end of slavery in the U.S. In a statement to CBS Money Watch, Walmart said it's dumb. Walmart said it is reviewing its product assortment and will remove items as appropriate. It added, Juneteenth holiday marks a celebration of freedom and independence. However, we received feedback that a few items caused concern for some of our customers, and we sincerely apologize. A few, it was just one. Keep reading. The Juneteenth flavor, swirled red velvet and cheesecake, drew fire on social media, with some Twitter users accusing Walmart of being tone deaf because the new ice cream flavor is sold by a company founded by
Gotta read the story, babe.
Lord have mercy.
Gotta read the story. You gotta read the story. Read the story.
With some Twitter users accusing Walmart of being tone deaf because the new ice cream flavor is sold by a company founded by a white family and run by a white CEO.
Read the story,
Others urged consumers to support a black-owned business called Creamalicious that has its own version of red velvet ice cream. It's problematic when white-owned brands
How y'all doing?
and companies treat Juneteenth as another commercialized opportunity void of any commitments to the African American community. Change or simply understanding what Juneteenth is. Okay. The Juneteenth ice cream's packaging urged customers to share and celebrate African American culture, emancipation, and enduring hope. What's wrong with that? Walmart's biggest individual shareholders are members of the... So basically, people are getting upset because Walmart was selling an ice cream that commemorated the end of slavery, and they took it as an offense because Walmart was gaining money off of it. Dummies. Now here we go, not talking about Juneteenth, but talking about Pride. We just took that word and just shoved it up somebody's butt and made it different. Burger King.
Gotta read the story, babe. You see, you want to read the story, but you want to go in before you read it. You gotta read the story first.
Right? Why do we
read the story? Stop. Read the story first.
Has
you get
a
your
Pride
fans.
offer with 2 equal buns.
You gonna get your chance.
Burger King's new hamburger to celebrate Pride Month has caused quite the stir on social media. The fast food giant's Austrian stores will be serving a Pride Whopper with 2 equal buns. Either 2 top buns or 2 bottom buns. That's what she said. Until June 20 to promote equal love and equal rights, the company said in an Instagram post last week. Burger King said that in the post that the new burger's little twist is meant to put a smile on our faces and to remind us to treat each other with respect and peace. But some users on social media found the new burger funny, and some criticized the company, arguing that the joke was offensive and an example of rainbow washing, which is the practice of companies showing surface level support for the LGBTQ plus identifying people without any specific action that could improve their lives. Some of the comments made, this was from someone who was against it. Burger King Austria made a Pride burger that's either 2 buns or 2 bottoms. What in straight hell? This is someone who just thought it was funny. As a gay person, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen, and I don't think I'll ever stop laughing. It is not clear whether Burger King plans to donate any money from the Pride Whopper to the LGBTQ in different organizations. Last year, Burger King called attention to rival Chick-fil-A's fraud history with, I'm tired of saying their name, it's just so LGBTQ. It said it would donate 40 cents to the Human Rights Campaign for every chicken sandwich sold during Pride Month. Many businesses show their support in June for Pride Month, which celebrates this history and the culture through donating to the LGBTQ organizations. Alright.
Okay. Alright.
Okay.
So, alright.
It was more to be said, but it's basically saying the same thing.
I got it. So,
yeah, man.
y'all all idiots.
I knew it was coming!
And let me tell you why.
I knew it was coming.
Y'all all idiots. And let me tell you why. Every time... social media gets on my nerves. The reason being, and so it's gonna be later, but I'm gonna get to my point.
All right, we're gonna
social media gets on my nerves. Gets on my nerves.
I love this ride
because what ends up happening is the 1 or 2 people who make noise about something they don't like tends to get more attention than the vast majority of the people who won't say anything on social media but actually enjoy what the companies are doing in support of whatever they got going on, right? And so because these 1 or 2 people who have whatever little platform they have make noise, and the news media organizations want to write something controversial for no apparent reason other than to get people to click on their media, their news articles, we end up getting this idea that more people hate something than they love it. Yeah. And as a result, now I don't get to taste the Juneteenth ice cream. And I'm mad because when I saw the Juneteenth ice cream, I wanted to know what red velvet ice cream tasted like. And the fact that it was wrapped in some Juneteenth stuff kind of got me curious about it because I didn't know red velvet ice cream existed. But now that I know that it exists, I got to go find some other brand of it to go eat. And so that's what's going to happen for me if ever I'm thinking about it. But Juneteenth was a clever way to put that ice cream out there. And so I don't get to enjoy it now because a few people decided that because Walmart was the one who came up with the idea that we should not buy, and neither should Walmart sell said Juneteenth ice cream because how dare a white organization do anything revolving around Juneteenth. What bothers me about that little piece is the fact that you want so badly for white people to understand the plight of black people, and you want them to get involved and to and to rally and to support and to show their love and their appreciation in some type of way, right? Mm-hmm. And so every single time that a white major organization tries to do something, there's always some critic that says, you didn't try it right.
You're like a baby.
You didn't do it right. You didn't do it the way I saw you doing it in my head. And so now I'm upset with you for not doing it the way that I wanted it done. If you were going to do it, you should have did it this way. If you were going to do it, you should have did it that way. I don't appreciate you trying to make some type of statement in support of what we wanted you to support all along. Mind you, I understand where they're coming from, because Walmart is capitalizing on the fact that it's a federal holiday. Where 2 or 3 years ago, you weren't going to hear Walmart talking about Juneteenth. You weren't going to hear any major organizations talking about Juneteenth. You might have seen BET talk about some Juneteenth. But you weren't going to see ESPN talk about Juneteenth. Or you weren't going to see, CBS talking about Juneteenth. But now that it's a federal holiday, now everybody can talk about it. Now everybody can celebrate it. Now everybody can appreciate it. And Walmart just happened to want to capitalize off of that by selling items regarding Juneteenth. And right on cue, here comes black folk talking about, no, you can't do that. No, you can't say that. No, that's not right. Why is it that every time somebody tries, they try, you get so offended by the attempt, it makes them not want to try
anymore,
not want to do. Now, again, I understand they should have came to the table. They should have had a conversation. You don't know what conversations they had before they put that out there. And again, yeah, maybe it flopped, but at the same time, again, it only flopped because 2 or 3 people made a whole lot of noise compared to the 60,000 people who, and especially because I had some people at my job that was like, I want to try it. I want to see what it tasted like. It doesn't, whether it had Juneteenth or whether it just said it was red velvet swirl ice cream, I wanted to try it. And so now we're gypped of that opportunity. Now let me get on my LGBTQIA plus people. Because y'all finna get this smoke too. Every time someone tries to show some type of solidarity in some type of way in defense of your people, in defense of, and I hate saying it that way, but, this is where we are right now. Every time someone tries to show some type of solidarity, oh my God, thank you. Every time that someone tries to show some type of solidarity in some creative type of way, you're always meeting it with so much force, fervor, and opposition that it makes people not want to support you anymore. Every time someone comes up with this creative way, and it's not meant to be offensive, it's not meant to belittle, it's not meant to ridicule, it's just a creative way that we can utilize our products to recognize your month, because you get a whole month in June. You get a whole month to celebrate you if you don't get any other month to be celebrated. And so here comes Burger King in Austria, who came up with a creative idea. Hey, in order to celebrate who you are, and that you're fighting for to have rights, and that you have made contributions to society and that sort of thing, we want to put this out there so that people remember. It's just a way for people to remember, for us to show our solidarity. But here y'all come, right on cue. I can't believe y'all did something like that. What straight person decided that this was okay? I'm so hurt. I'm so offended. And again, it's only 1 or 2 people, because what I hate is they try to paint the entire LGBTQIA community as if the whole crew is mad about it, when it's just like 1 or 2 folk. They got a big old platform with a whole lot of smoke.
What's funny about it though? Like, what's bad about it? What's funny about it?
I don't know. And maybe because I'm not a part of the community, I won't know. But at the end of the day, all I'm saying is, regardless of whether it is or isn't, Burger King attempted to show solidarity in a creative way. And right on cue, here y'all come talking about...
Keep going.
I want to know what you're laughing about now.
I get it. 2 bottles.
Wait a minute.
Wait,
You done had this article all week and you just not understanding it? Oh my gosh.
I see why it's funny.
Y'all, she done had this article this whole week.
I read it. I promise.
She done had this article this whole week.
It's the same.
Done seen the pictures all week. And you just now getting it? Really?
2 bottoms or 2.
Oh my gosh.
That's good.
All this research you done been doing all day?
I mean, yeah. It's funny.
Anyway.
I get the
Right. And so, to that end, why is y'all mad?
I don't
Why
know.
is y'all mad?
Because that's basically what y'all. That's what you're doing.
Right. And it's okay. And again, it's okay. The thing about it is, it's okay. No one, in the grand scheme of things, no one cares. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. What they're saying is y'all got a whole month, right? So let's find a creative way to show that we care about y'all just as much as we care about straight people. And it's okay, because y'all got a whole month to celebrate it. So again, why y'all getting upset? And what bothers me the most, and with this I'll let you have it, what bothers me the most is that line in the Juneteenth one that said, what did the person say? It's problematic when white-owned brands and companies treat Juneteenth as another commercialized co-op opportunity, void of any commitments to the African-American community, change, or simple understanding of what Juneteenth is. So what you're saying is that white people and white companies should not celebrate anything that's not white. So let me put this in here. So let me put this in here. What you're trying to say is we shouldn't celebrate Christmas because Christmas is not an African American holiday. What you're saying is we shouldn't celebrate Mardi Gras because Mardi Gras is a French holiday and we ain't French. What you saying then is that we shouldn't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Let's not go get drunk on St. Patrick's Day because St. Patrick's Day is an Irish holiday. We going there because listen, I'm finna get all of them though. Because you're not Irish, you shouldn't celebrate St. Patrick's Day because it's an Irish holiday. If Thanksgiving ain't got nothing to do with us, but we the first ones frying chicken, frying turkey, making dressing, collard greens, mac and cheese, mustard greens, desserts all day, giving me 10 pounds of guts. Like, we shouldn't celebrate that because that's not our holiday. That's not us. And how dare we celebrate that holiday that ain't got nothing to do with us? How dare any black organizations co-op Thanksgiving or co-op Christmas or co-op any other 4th of July? That's not on us. So we shouldn't celebrate the first Memorial Day. That's all about the military. So because we're not military, we shouldn't celebrate it. Then we shouldn't co-opt it. We shouldn't say Happy Veterans Day or Happy Memorial Day. Say that for the military. Y'all are so backward in the way that you think that white organizations shouldn't celebrate a black holiday. Come on, like. We should, if that's the case, then anytime any of these holidays that have nothing to do with black people or nothing to do with Irish people, we dang sure shouldn't celebrate Cinco de Mayo because that ain't got nothing to do with us at all. That's Mexico's Independence Day, supposedly. So why are we celebrating Cinco de Mayo? By drinking, no less, because that's all we want to do is go get drunk. We don't even care about the fact that Mexico won their independence. We just want to get drunk because it's Cinco de Mayo. But because it's Cinco de Mayo, we are stripping it of, any depth of what the holiday's really about. So dismiss me with this idea and this notion that just because it's a black holiday that white folks shouldn't, capitalize off of it. I'm sorry. People are out here to make money. Black, white, purple, pink. And if Walmart was the first one to jump on it, you should have been smart like Walmart and jumped on that opportunity. Yep. Because you failed to jump on it, now they capitalizing off of it. They got the trademark and everything. Mind you, again, they probably shouldn't have done that, but at the end of the day, they Walmart. They do what they want to do. They trying to make money just like the rest of us. Go ahead, man.
You just said it all, babe. You just said all of it. You alright over there?
Nah, I ain't alright.
You all good, babe?
Mm-mm.
You alright?
Nah, I ain't alright.
You drink? Need some water?
Right. Probably. Go ahead.
My thing is, it goes back to people being so sensitive when it has nothing to do with you.
Nothing.
It has nothing to do with like trying to judge you. It has nothing to do with you personally.
Being tone deaf.
Being tone deaf, like nothing like that. Like I feel like it's selfishness a little bit too, because like how.
Basically saying you're the only people that can celebrate you. What's the point?
Who are you? Who are you? You were not the one who suffered anyway. Your ancestors are.
Right.
So who are you to say what other people can do to celebrate that? Like you weren't there either.
Right.
I mean, even if they were in your family line, like you were not there. So who are you to say what people can do to celebrate you? I mean, especially if the intent is not to be offensive. Like it I don't know. And I guess my other thing is like with the gay people, because I don't feel like saying that name. It's too much. Like, what about rainbow ice cream? Like, that's been out for how long?
Right.
Is that not like a... Does that not go with the LGBT?
I mean, that's their symbol now. But rainbow ice cream been around long before they got the symbols.
So what's the big deal with adding something new? I don't get it. So, and I had to look this up. But did you know that in February is chocolate month?
What?
February is chocolate month. So how
We
come
celebrating late.
how come we're not upset about that? Who came up with that?
Right. Because some people think chocolate mean black.
No. I doubt that. I didn't look that far, but I can do a deep dive and come back
We ain't gonna do that.
later. But yeah, I mean, how can you be so upset when all people are trying to do is
Celebrate
find some
you.
way to
Celebrate you.
and make it big, I guess. Like make it a point to be seen or to be
Yes.
heard. They're trying to like advertise you.
Mind you, we know the first motivation is to make money. Let's call a spade a spade. They're out to make money. No doubt about that. But in the midst of that, they're trying to celebrate. They're trying to celebrate. Now, again, could they have done more? Sure. Should they have done more?
What?
No, I don't know. I'm not here to argue what they should or shouldn't have done. But what I'm saying is they tried. That's the thing that bothers me about the people who are so upset. Y'all get so mad and frustrated about the attempts. Like, bruh, they tried. They tried. And y'all get so frustrated. And like I said, I feel like it's not a whole bunch of people. I feel like the people who are upset are so small, but they make so much noise. They make so much noise.
Yeah.
And because of that, we got to apologize. We after the feedback, we got to go back to the drawing board and things like that. No, you don't. There is no drawing board to go back to. Don't apologize for the attempt because the intent was there. You said it. We want to celebrate the fact that a federal holiday has been enacted to highlight the last slave state city that found out that slavery was abolished by the Emancipation Proclamation. And because it's a federal holiday, more than likely, except for my people, my organization I work for, is going to be off that day. And so, let's celebrate.
Who came up with that?
Who came up with what?
That.
What?
Taking off.
Oh, the feds did last year. They made it a federal. They made it a federal holiday. They made it a holiday. Who cares? Who freaking
That's
cares?
what I'm saying.
It's the White House. The White House. All of them up there in the 150 people we keep talking about that's in charge of 300 million. They made the decision to make this a federal holiday. So now it's a federal holiday. Let's do something. Let's party. Let's boogie. Let's do something. And so again, it's like so many people get so frustrated when it comes to trying to celebrate, when people are trying to make an attempt to find a creative way to do two things at once, which there's nothing wrong with.
So were people upset Do you remember hearing a lot of talk and a lot of backlash for coming up with that holiday?
No, people been wanting it to be recognized, let alone become a holiday. Like, no one's upset. Everybody wants a day off from work. Ain't nobody mad about that.
Because it benefits them.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. That's what.
No.
That was my point when I asked the question.
Yeah.
Right? Because like you're mad at these people, but you weren't mad at the other people
who made the holiday. They're not, but because I guarantee you, as I'm sitting here thinking about it, I guarantee you they're not out there putting on Juneteenth shirts. They sitting at the house chilling.
Of course not.
They sitting at the house chilling, going on vacation, doing whatever they want to do. Just like we do with 4th of July. We might shoot off some fireworks, but we ain't waving no American flags. We ain't out there wearing no American shirts for the most part.
I be trying to stay in because people be going crazy.
Be going crazy with the fireworks. Like when St. Patrick's Day comes, we wear green, but that's all we gonna do. Like, we're not out here, like, doing a whole host of things. Martin Luther King Day, most of us are not going to Martin Luther King programs. We sitting at the house chilling. We're not doing a whole lot. So again, this whole idea of you got to celebrate a specific way, you got to do it a specific way, even with Pride Month, that you got to do it a specific way, that what organizations are you donating to, and this, that, third. People are donating to the organizations all the time.
Okay.
All the time. Why does that matter? Why does that matter? Why? So it's for every burger that y'all sell during Pride Month, 50 cents of it need to go to these organizations for me to feel like this is a good gesture. No, man, can they just hype you up? Can they just sell? Can people do two things at once? Make money and celebrate you.
And the thing is, they don't have to get it like that.
No, they don't.
It's an option.
Right. Right. It's not like
the price does not change.
Right.
And it said on there that nothing changed but the buns.
But the buns.
Like,
nothing
to
changed.
me, that's not even changed. They're still the same buns.
Still the same. It's still gonna taste the same.
It's still gonna taste the same.
It's just a symbolic gesture. It is a symbolic gesture of solidarity saying, we stand with y'all. Can that not be enough? Is that not enough? Or, again, what more do you want? And I promise you, if they would have said 50 cents going to charity or something, they would have been, no, they would have been mad. How come it can't be $1?
Oh my God.
How come it can't be $1.50? Why can't it be $2? Why can't it be the whole thing? Y'all got enough money. Y'all can't just donate the whole thing to us. Like, every time there's always going to be some backlash, and some media dummy is going to capitalize off that to try to sell papers. Because again, at the end of the day, I promise you, don't a whole lot of people really care about this stuff. But you make enough noise, and you're going to make people care when they otherwise wouldn't have cared.
You probably even got the people who are part of that community who don't really care a lot about
That's what I'm saying.
It's like,
I mean, you saw it even in the write-up. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
And I'm gay.
It's
so it's like, bruh, like, what are you doing? Why is this rising to the...
What was your come out story like? Like, what happened to you to make you feel the way you feel?
Right.
Like,
right.
Why are you so sensitive to this?
Right.
Like, nobody has judged you. Nobody has come at you in a threatful way.
None of these organizations, at least, haven't now, because we can't speak to their personal, but these organizations, none of them, especially Burger King, because Burger King went after Chick-fil-A after Chick-fil-A's CEO was like, I don't condone gay marriage and things like that, and there caused this whole controversy. Burger King capitalized off of that and said, listen, y'all come eat our chicken sandwiches. Now mind you, again, there's a whole lot of it's all about money. But again, there was some nuance to that. It was saying, we celebrate y'all. 100%.
We don't turn anybody down.
Ain't turning anybody away. Now, mind you, the Chick-fil-A ain't turning nobody away.
Of course they're not turning anybody away.
Because it's all money.
Like, it's not like they're... Whatever your preference is, whatever your religion is, whoever you believe in, it's not saying that, we don't like you or that we don't want to be around you. I mean, it's just the way... It's just, I don't know. I can't put it into words. It's something that I wouldn't condone, but I wouldn't not speak to you, or I wouldn't not
Right.
shake your hand, or I would not
I would
be
not
a
love.
friend.
I wouldn't love you. I wouldn't
you.
not love you. That's
Yeah.
the thing, and I think that's the point
That's
that
not
they're
what they're
making.
saying, yeah.
Like, listen, we love all y'all. Everybody's included. Just like with Juneteenth, we love all people. So we just want to end this moment, since the holiday's approaching. Find a way to celebrate you. Let's hype you up. Let's let it be known that y'all matter, that we care. And again, every time it seems like someone tries to make some type of gesture in that way, it's always met with some type of backlash. And that's why I said what I said earlier. So let's just not celebrate no more holidays that ain't got nothing to do with our race. Let's not celebrate any more holidays that ain't got nothing to do with our gender. Because at this point, it seems like no matter what anybody does to try to celebrate, it's always going to be met with some opposition that says that ain't the way to do it. And it's like, so then what is the way? What is the way? Because you got a whole lot of what ain't, but you ain't got a whole lot of what should. Yeah. And even if you do,
in your eyes,
because who cares? You ain't the ones got to sell the burgers at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You ain't the ones trying to sell ice cream at the end of the day.
And I bet you some people gonna go and get that kind of burger.
Exactly. And gonna try to get Walmart to sell the Juneteenth ice cream again.
Yeah.
Because I want some. I want some.
I think it's done.
I know. That's why I'm just sitting here with my chocolate cake that I'm eating 4 months too late. You're watching the Puzzle Podcast with Eddie and Cole.
With cake in your mouth.
Whole cake in my mouth. We're presented by Quality Content, and we are sponsored by 4 Point Puzzles, RVO Wellness, Better Co, and the Very Good Puzzle Company. And certainly thank y'all for taking the time to watch us tonight.
My crazy selves.
I'm gonna get on this next story.
Yeah, man.
So,
all right, so you're going to read this, and do you want to start it, or do you want to basically?
So I'm gonna read. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read the story. And then I'm gonna read the timeline, and then we'll jump in and do what we need to do with that point.
Right,
I'm gonna let you get first bite of the apple today.
All right.
Woman got an STD in the car, and now GEICO may have to pay her $5.2 million. GEICO may be on the hook for a $5.2 million legal settlement after a woman alleged she contracted a sexually transmitted disease in a car insured by the company. Missouri court on Tuesday upheld a judgment that awarded the money to a woman who was referred to MO in court documents. MO claims she caught the HPV from having sex in 2017 with a male partner in his 2014 Hyundai Genesis, which was covered by GEICO, according to a 2021 complaint. The woman, who learned she was infected with HPV in 2018, claimed that the man knew he had HPV but failed to inform her, leaving her with past and future medical expenses and mental and physical pain and suffering. The woman alerted GEICO that she was pursuing legal action against the man, claiming that she was negligently infected in the car, and that the car insurance policy should provide coverage for her injuries and losses. According to the complaint, MO asked GEICO for $1 million. Let me know, she wrote. GEICO denied the coverage and rejected her claim. After that, which is not true, MO and the man entered arbitration, and the arbitrator found that the man had negligently infected her and awarded her $5.2 million to be paid by GEICO.
Okay.
GEICO appealed the judgment, but the Missouri ruling on Tuesday found that the insurer lacked legal grounds to appeal on several points, including that it had no right to relitigate issues after liability and damages had been set by an arbitrator and confirmed by a trial court. GEICO had also claimed that it was denied the right to litigate its interest before judgment was entered against its insured, but the ruling found that the company had the chance to participate and defend its interest when MO contacted GEICO to claim that the insurance policy should cover her injury and losses. GEICO did not take advantage of this opportunity and instead denied coverage and refused to defend the insured, quote, the court noted. GEICO didn't immediately respond to a request from CBS. However, GEICO may not have to pay the $5.2 million judgment, as there is a related federal court case filed by the insurer that contests that the claim is covered by its auto policy. The court case that says that that's contesting that the claim is covered by its auto policy, according to the Kansas City Star, which earlier reported on the Missouri ruling. Now, here's the timeline of events that happened. And we're doing this because GEICO claims that the lady, MO, and her ex-boyfriend, MB, colluded to get money out of GEICO. And so these are the timeline of events according to the
Look
court
at this
case.
big old time gap, man. That was my first thing.
Right. All right.
It was time gap.
Here we go. November 2017 is when the relationship began between MO and MB.
2017.
Between that time and December 2018, she caught HPV. February 25th of 2021.
2021, you guys.
She submitted to GEICO a copy of a petition about the final settlement offer she was asking for in $1 million. In March 11th of 2021, MO and MB go into arbitration without GEICO. And it's in arbitration that GEICO holds the man liable for giving her HPV, but holds GEICO liable for $5.2 million in damages. Now, mind you, she submitted the claim to GEICO in February, right? April 7th, 2021, GEICO denied that claim. They then went to the courts to initiate judgment to establish the rights and obligations that are covered under their policy, right? Now, mind you, March 11th is when they went to arbitration to go get that settlement and won that settlement before GEICO denied the claim. So she submitted a claim in February, went to arbitration in March.
Ooh, y'all sneaky.
GEICO denied the claim in April. May 24th, MO tells GEICO about March 11th. On May 25th, she then went back to court to get that May 11th ruling binded so that it can't be changed.
They didn't tell GEICO. GEICO found out.
I ain't there yet. Wait a minute. Because on June 10th, that's when they found out. That's when GEICO found out about what she did. She said that she told them, but they didn't find out till June 10th via the internet. They were going online searching for stuff and like, oh snap, we got sued.
Yeah. And
she won. What? So on June 18th, they filed to intervene on the case to try to bind it. They try to bind the ruling to where they can't do nothing with it. On June 22nd, MO then files to make sure that they expedite the binding. On July 2nd, MO won the confirmation so it's bound now, of arbitration, but it also gave GEICO the ability to intervene. So you gave her settlement, but you're also giving GEICO permission to intervene, but they can't intervene on something that's already done.
That ain't making no sense. What court system is this?
So on July 30th, GEICO then filed to vacate the judgment and seek a new trial. And on September 8th of 2021, the judges told GEICO no.
So they gotta pay.
As of September 8th, 2021. So since then, they've taken the court to the Fed, the judgment to the feds.
Yeah.
And so now they got to go to federal court in October to vacate.
Well, I'll be suing the courts that did this. What the heck? What kind of court system is this?
And so the reason why they said that GEICO can't sue and can't vacate is because during arbitration, GEICO was not an interested party. It was between MO and MB.
Well,
but how is that possible?
How is GEICO being sued then? How are they expected to pay money if they're not a part
of it?
That doesn't make any sense.
Right. So then when GEICO comes in and says we this ain't right, they're like, you can't do nothing with it because you're not even a part of the suit.
But you want us to pay. You want us to pay for something somebody else did. First of all, look at the time gap in this, you guys. What the heck? This is 2017. You caught this mess. How you gonna wait?
Between 2017 and 2018. And the man said he found out later that he ain't got HPV.
No. Well, wait. I don't remember reading that.
Yeah.
What I remember seeing is that he said, the dude, he admitted he was aware he could have given her the disease.
Yeah. Based upon what he found out from the doctors at the time. But then he went back to the doctors later, and the doctors told him he ain't got HPV.
So it wasn't even from him. So what she saying? The car gave it to her. That's my thing. But either way,
go ahead.
How is GEICO? How are they responsible for giving her HPV.
Mm-hmm.
The dude gave it to her.
Right.
Like, it could have been in the car or it could have been in the freezer at Wendy's. Yeah.
Nice.
Carnival Cruise.
Nice callback. Nice callback. That was good.
How is that? I don't get that. And especially if GEICO took it to the court to begin with to have it settled, they don't cover something you do stupidly with your body parts in the car. That is not what they do. Like, if it's not in the policy, it's not covered, how are you expected to pay that? Dude, you admitted that you could have given it to her. Either way, whether the doctor said you did or you didn't, you said I could have given it to her. Not my insurance company could have given it to her. It was you.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, this conspiracy crap you got going on, I think it was she wanted to get the money. They was gonna like split it some kind of way. And yeah. So I feel like GEICO needs to like counter something. Like, okay, so they said the dude's wait, they said his vehicle caused her to be infected. They said the vehicle caused her to be infected, in the words of Terry Jeffers. How? I don't get it. Okay, I got it here. All right, hold up. What is this? What is this? Oh, and two. Okay, I'm just all over the place right now because I'm just dumbfounded with all this crap. Like, he told her that the insurance company, I've given you HPV, baby. So my insurance company, they're going to settle this for me, okay? What the heck? How you gonna tell your insurance company what they gonna do?
Yeah.
Your insurance company set you up with the policy, boo, and told you what you got. How you gonna tell them what they gonna do? I don't understand this. I don't. This is why I am seriously puzzled. This is why. Gosh, practice safe sex, people. That would have been a problem. You either wrap it up or you be just celibate or something. Just don't do it at all. Not in a freaking car.
Wait a minute.
Shut up.
Wait a minute.
That kid in here.
No, listen. What did we say? We said we gonna do this, so we finna do this. Now, mind you, I am all for safe practices. Do what you do, safety and all that jazz. But listen, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it how you get it. You're gonna get it when you get it. You're gonna get it wherever you're gonna get it. So you want to get it in the car, so be it. However, you cannot. Listen. Listen.
I got my baby in here.
Listen. What we said, we're gonna do this, right? Stop. You can't do that. Stop. You said we're gonna do this, so let's do this. However, what you not gonna do is put the responsibility of your
actions,
your actions and the consequences thereof on a car insurance company. Because what you're now saying is, if I contract an STD in somebody else's house,
thank you. You are liable.
Now State Farm is liable for the STD that I caught in my boyfriend's house.
Yeah.
You know, if you know. If we doing it on a freezer and I contract a disease, now the renter's insurance is now held liable for what happened to me based upon the damages I incurred. That doesn't make sense. That is not what insurance was made for. I'm sorry. You did that to yourself. The car did not move in a way that caused you to catch HPV. The car was not driven in a way that caused you to catch HPV. The car was not operated in a way that made you catch HPV.
Your man was.
Exactly. So the only person who's liable for that is your man. That's it. That is it. Not the car.
You. Oh my God.
And you, because it was consensual. It was consensual. Furthermore, you can't say that you caught HPV in the car unless the car is the only place that y'all did it in. And I'm almost convinced that after a year and a half, y'all weren't just getting it in the car. Y'all were getting it in the hotel. So you gonna sue Hilton? You finna sue the jury?
Yep.
You finna sue the Holiday Inn?
Sue them all. That bed has HPV.
I call HPV from the bed sheet.
That sofa.
That sofa.
HPV.
Yeah, the table.
The pool has HPV.
The shower. The jacuzzi tub.
It's all
that. So now I'm finna sue Hilton because y'all gave me an STD because he gave me an STD in your pool.
They're gonna have the doctors come and test everything to make sure.
They ain't have them test the car. So how they no? And furthermore, let's get on the judge because
Come on, Eddie. Oh my God.
All that I almost cussed. Bump everything I just said.
From?
Just bump everything I just said because that's exactly where I'm gonna go. In what universe did this judge think that this was okay? Bump all of the arguments that Roe versus this or Kennel versus whatever and it's precedent that bump all that. This lady came to you and said, I want to seek damages from GEICO through my boyfriend and it's legally justified. What judge said this was okay? What arbitrator said that this was okay? Let that case had come to me. I'd be laughing so much and say, if you don't get your Maury Povich wanting money self out of my courtroom with this mess, this is stupid. Like, what judge said that this was okay?
Did we get the judge's name?
I don't know. We might have. It's in the write-up somewhere.
I don't.
But you know,
they need to go down on this judge hard.
Listen, I want his credentials. I want his license. I want his practice all gone.
Hey, you know what?
All gone.
Funny. It's funny. You keep saying his, so you're saying it's the man.
Listen, something. His, hers. There's something, because again, who decided that this was okay? And furthermore, who decided?
A woman did it.
Maybe.
She was hurt.
And who cares? Because at the end of the day, not only did you say that this is okay, but then you allowed it to go through to the point where you're not even allowing GEICO to litigate the case. In what universe does this make sense? Furthermore, when it got to another appeals court, the appeals court said, you can't argue this. Why not? Like, they have a right. They have a right to defend themselves. It's called due process. You can't be held liable for something without being given the opportunity to argue your case. That doesn't make sense to me. And to say, well, y'all weren't a party during arbitration, so you can't argue the case. That doesn't make sense, because if I'm not a party in the case, then why am I being held liable for $5.2 million?
That's something he did.
He did it. And
with his body, not the car.
Right.
Because the insurance company covers the car.
Right. They claim that because GEICO didn't argue in defense of the man, that they lost their right to defend themselves. But again, why would I defend him when the policy doesn't cover what he did? So if I say that I'm gonna defend him, then I'm assuming responsibility for him, and I'll be darned. I want to say something else. I'll be darned if I'm finna defend somebody for something that I can't defend. I can't defend that.
So now what? Insurance companies have to just be on their insurers, like, okay, don't have sex in the car.
Right! They gotta put that in the policy now. That's how we are not held liable for any activities that would cause you harm when you're doing something voluntarily, i.e. sex in the back seat. Like, come on, man. How foolish has our world become? And what makes it, this is America.
Hey.
It's like, how dumb are we at this point? Like, for real.
At least we didn't gamble our COVID money away.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
I mean,
why are we like this?
Which one would you want?
I don't know anymore. I I don't know. Because at least the gambler had a chance. He had a chance. He just went to bed bad. But he had a chance. These jokers right here, this is straight up collusion. This is fraud on at the highest level. I promise you, boo-boo. They had a whole conversation with each other saying, okay, now you know I ain't got no money, right? But I bet you we can get GEICO on the hook. I just talked to my lawyer the other day. And we can get them on the hook, but we got to do it fast because if we don't do this fast enough, then the GEICO gonna end up denying the claim. It's gonna be over with. We can't let them know that this is what we doing, right? That's what that boiled down to. So it's like, dude, like. How oh my God, like
GEICO need to just go
GEICO need to go in hard,
scare the living daylights out of them.
And go after the judges, because it's the judges at this point. I ain't even worried about them. I'm going after the judges, because how
the ones with the credentials to know what it makes no sense.
Make it make sense. Make it make sense, because again, like, dude, you are saying that any insurance company can be held liable for you doing something that has nothing to do with the policy.
Exactly.
Nothing to do with the policy. So if I hurt myself doing something that, you know, if I contract a disease having sex in somebody else's house, I can now hold State Farm, Allstate, GEICO, all of them liable for damages that I'm incurring in my body when I did this myself. It'd be different if it was done under duress, but even then, I'm saying I can understand trying to win something because it was done under duress, but at the same time,
the insurance company though.
No, that's what. Can I finish?
You're confusing me.
Let me finish. I'm gonna get there. Okay. You're gonna take me forever to land the plane. Like at the same time though, it's like they can't be held liable for that. They cannot be held liable for that. That's not on them. The operation of a vehicle, the primary operation of a vehicle is driving.
Yes. Driving.
So anything that you're doing, driving. You know, mind you, accidents on the car, covering the car, then covering the person. You're only covered as a person if you're hurt under the operation of the car. If you're in the car and a tree falls on you, that makes sense. You know, if you're parked, the car ain't going anywhere, and somebody hits you, no, stop. When somebody hits you on the side somewhere because they're trying to park wrong, that makes sense. But you having sex in the car, no, that's not covered. That is not covered. No one in their wildest imaginations crafting these insurance policies ever thought of what would happen if someone were to contract an STD while having sex in a car. What should we do about that? Oh, and you know how I further know that this is collusion? Because GEICO said that you're trying to sue us for a car that's covered in Kansas and something happened in a different state. And the insurance policy was covering in I can't remember which state it was, and I can't find it in here. But the point he was making was, y'all ain't going after the smaller company. Because there's a second company that's covering the car. Really? They ain't never go after them. And it would make more sense because the policy would actually cover where they were. Wow. They're going after the big company because they know the big company got the money. They ain't going after the company where it will make more sense in the coverage. Therefore, GEICO needs to destroy them.
Show them teach them a lesson.
Take their souls from them.
Like that.
Take their whole soul.
You don't do that.
Cause come on, man. Like,
are you serious?
So sincere. Like, that's what they doing. This is what we doing now. Like, this makes no sense.
Your stupidity is on the insurance company.
Right.
With your body.
Your actions. You did
nothing to do with the car.
Nothing.
I wish I could see a picture of the car because
it's a 2014 Hyundai Genesis. You can look it up on your phone if you want to.
Well, I don't know what the condition of their car is.
But it definitely wasn't holding on to no STDs in the seats. No, stop. No. We ain't doing that today. Nope. There's the pre-COVID days too. But at the end of the day,
it's like the other guys where the
We found 9 different specimens. Wait, what? Wait, 9? We just had a couple for less than 12 hours. Wait. God damn.
So yeah, man,
Dude,
it's still dumb though.
God, I can't. I can't. Like, this is where we're at now. Where you just know no one wants to be held accountable for their actions anymore. We want to throw it on somebody else for a big old payday. That's what this is. It's an opportunity for a whole payday. You know, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. No one forced you to do this. You did this to yourself. No, it's not. It's not. You have to put something in something.
Guess what, Eddie?
What?
They sued the car.
How you gonna sue the car?
That's what they did.
The car don't belong to GEICO. The car belongs to the man. So how they getting GEICO for it though?
Because she's saying that the car gave her.
They ain't suing Hyundai.
So you sued the.
But they ain't suing Hyundai. They suing the car insurance company.
Look.
Oh my gosh! Like, again, you did this to yourself, Essay. Ain't nobody do this to you.
Paid off.
So you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself.
You probably got it for a good price from a man. It wasn't from the dealership.
You so silly.
That's why he can't go back to the man and sue him. Because the man ain't got no money
either.
He got it from no nigga Ray Ray. And they ain't got no money.
They ain't got no money because they ain't getting money from the dude who was supposed to give him some money. For gambling the money away.
Okay. When he went to Nook and Ray Ray in the underground, they had the money.
Because Buddy in jail.
He couldn't get the money to him.
Stupid.
So they couldn't sue him.
Oh my God.
So they had to go to the next highest. The insurance company.
The insurance company. That's all they got left.
That's what we do
That's
now.
all they got left. And again, I'm mad at them. I'm mad at the judge.
I am super mad at the judge. That's the first person I'm mad at.
Higher than anybody else. How?
Because my thing is, how do they know to do this though?
How?
Like, I want to know what their profession is. How did they know?
Listen, they went to the right lawyer.
They went to Nook and Ray Ray too. Be like, hey man,
listen, I got $1,000. I got $1,000.
And I ain't got no money to give her.
I got $1,000.
Give me some ideas.
I got $1,000.
Let's spit something out there. Everything's
on the table.
Nothing is a bad idea right now.
Let's go after GEICO. Yes, put it on the list.
Put it on the list. Any more ideas?
Any more ideas? Okay, tap that at 2.
Okay, GEICO is the best idea we have.
Oh
so
my
we're gonna go with that one.
Like, come on, man. Like, this is where we at now. Where we gonna sue a whole. No, because again, they didn't sue GEICO. She sued him, and the arbitrator held GEICO liable.
How?
You gotta ask the arbitrator. Because I don't know how that worked. But again, that's what happened. But they knew that was what was going to happen. That's why they didn't tell GEICO.
Then why is GEICO paying?
Because they knew what they were doing. And they didn't tell GEICO until after it was done.
It still don't make no sense, though.
That's why we mad at the judge.
Like, you and GEICO must be tight.
No.
Like, oh, my insurance company, they gonna take care of it for me. Yeah, man, they yeah.
Man. No, because they knew that GEICO wasn't covering for him. They knew that. The judge knew that. So no, they can't even say that.
They need to go after them all.
I told you, that's what I said. Everybody going down. Pum. Everybody.
Exactly.
Somebody gonna die
going
tonight.
down tonight. Yep.
Somebody, cause like, listen, you keep this.
I'm not saying it has to be jail time, but
somebody got to get their license gone. I need somebody's license taken, because that again, it doesn't make sense to where you allowed that case to go through, you allowed them to win the case, and the appeals of whoever allowed the case to get to the point where now GEICO can't even argue the merits of the case. Like, no. Everybody need to die. Okay,
GEICO need to put a red flag on all of them. Ain't insuring none of y'all. The judge, the court, whoever's a part of this little system. Like, we need to put a red flag on their name. Chick, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
We don't insure them.
We don't insure them no more.
Nope.
Not getting no insurance no more. Like, this is where we at now, man. Like, again, it's frustrating to me because again, like, it just for the people. I'm gonna say this one more time. The people who really need justice can never get it
Because
of stupid stuff like this.
stupidity.
But stupid stuff like this, they get their day in court. They get their money. They win.
No, that's the same thing with the whole McDonald's Biggie Fries crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
You mad because
mad
you
because
get a Biggie Fry.
Nobody told you to order a supersize. What you guess with my supersize fries for? They're my fries.
But you know, it's probably, I think McDonald's probably good on McDonald's because people want a bigger fry. What they do, they get a big fry and a small
fry. Yeah, I mean, so they're going to get their money regardless. But the point of the matter is, nobody told you to eat.
Exactly.
Nobody told you to get a supersized fry.
Nobody told you to take your kids there.
Nobody. You don't want your kids to eat from there? Don't go. What you suing them for? Right.
Because
the kid was asking. From McDonald's. Why are you sending them to big? You got to feed them. They ain't going to McDonald's on their own
and throw a tantrum.
So
but who's
you better sit your Happy Meal wanting tail down before you end up drinking water for dinner. Nobody got time for that. Shoot, I mean, come on, man. Yeah. A whole bunch of people gotta suffer because of your stupidity.
And so that's not this. You know what? Because you keep saying this is what we do now. This is what we are now. We've been like this. It's been like this. My gosh, it's dumb and it's kind of scary a little bit. So that means that Blow Joe off the street can come and sue me because he fell in my yard.
Yes.
Because he was walking through my property.
Going through my property. But he went through my property and stumbled upon the rock that was on my property, and now he's suing me because it was on my property. And he can't. But we can't be held liable, so they gonna go after State Farm.
Not Country Mutual.
Whoever we with, you ain't gotta tell everybody that.
Y'all didn't hear that.
Well, we don't know who we with. State Farm. State Farm. That's who we with. Yeah. We with what's his name? What's his name on State Farm? Jake. Jake from State Farm. That's who we with. But again, that's exactly what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna sue this. We gonna be found guilty, but they gonna get the money from State Farm. Like, no, they don't work like that. It don't work like that. So again, that's the world that we live in. It's been the world that we live in, apparently.
Sad.
And all I can do is hope that GEICO wins their case in federal court come October. So we definitely following this one.
I hope they just go hard on them. Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah.
I want to know.
No, y'all ain't finna turn us off. So again, thank y'all so much for taking the time to talk, to listen to us rather today on the Puzzle Podcast. We're presented by Quality Content, sponsored by 4 Point Puzzles, RDL Wellness, Better Co, and the Very Good Puzzle Company. We thank y'all so much for taking the time to listen to us moan and grumble and complain about stuff that kind of don't matter but kind of does. And so again, we just love y'all. We appreciate y'all. If you don't see the good, be the good. We love y'all. Peace.